Welcome back to Trading with CJ. We have a really exciting company today, and I think this could absolutely explode. I've been wanting to talk about this one for quite some time, just haven't got around to it. But if you're part of the Discord, you probably know what this is, because I've been updating in that Discord every single day what I've been buying and selling, and this one has featured on many of those days as a buy. I'm loving this company right now, and I think the potential is absolutely huge, long term and short and medium term, and it's just going up in my opinion, that's for sure. We're going to jump into this company, what it is. If you want to join the Discord and find out about these ones early and in advance, jump down below into the link, because it is completely free to join. We're building a nice community there as well. Also, as always, if you can smash a like and subscribe to my channel, it really is appreciated, helps me out, helps the algorithm, and helps build a great investing community. So let's jump into this one. I think this could be absolutely huge. We are talking about Gevo, ticker symbol GEVO. They are a leading renewable chemicals and advanced biofuels company. I'm just going to read out the general summary here, because this is doing really exciting things. We are dedicated to delivering low carbon sustainable fuels and chemicals. CO2 is their main renewable carbon source, and they know it's possible to replace this non-sustainable greenhouse gas, generating these fossil carbon-based chemicals. They can replace this with renewable carbon alternatives. Their technologies make this possible, and they're really trying to, put this into all sorts of fields, not just cars. They're putting this into cars, aeroplanes, trucks, small engines, boats, ships. This is pretty universal. This can go into all sorts of transport, which, as we know, is currently, really extremely bad for the environment. They want to make these transports environmentally friendly, along with lots of other things. They're also trying to sort out replace the carbon source for managing packaging plastics like polyester. And if they do this right, they can enable production of protein that helps feed the world with sustainable farming, and they can help farmers capture CO2 in the soil, improving the soil quality as well. Together with our customers and partners, we can change what's possible and do our part to positively change the world. So I think we can agree this is doing incredible things, trying to move towards energy saving with a renewable carbon source, which can also, go into lots of different things, not just cars, not just trucks. This is going to planes, this is going to help out the farming, this is going to do a lot of good things. And I think I want to show you this video here, which is on the website from their CEO, Pat Gruber, okay, because this is really interesting, and it goes a lot more into the detail in the company. It's about a minute long, so we'll give it a watch, because I think we can learn a lot from this and see exactly what this company's doing.
When you think about the big picture of what's going on in the world, people are keenly aware that greenhouse gases are a problem. The burning of fossil fuels leads to greenhouse gases. But what are we going to do about it? What's the alternative?
This is really the cool thing.
Fossil-based fuel, it makes CO2. Those are greenhouse gas emissions. We want that gone. We have to replace that fossil-based carbon, that whole gallon, with something else that's better.
In comes Gevo.
I have been working in this field of renewable resource-based products for decades. One of the things that I saw as potential is that if we could ever make this chemical called isobutanol, we could make octane for gasoline, kerosene for jet fuel, and we could make a diesel fuel. We didn't know how to do the biotechnology decades ago, and then we learned. We know that we can wipe out the footprint of fossil-based products. This is about getting people to understand that you don't have to play the same old game. It isn't about sacrifices. No, in fact, we can make an extremely low-carbon fuel product, and you know what? We can also do it and generate enormous quantities of protein along the way for the food chain. We can improve the agricultural systems in the land. All of that can be done by setting up the systems where everyone works together. We're setting up a new infrastructure of sustainability. It's way bigger than us. We can see how to get to a whole gallon of liquid fuels that works with the exact same existing infrastructure that works in all the engines with a net zero carbon footprint. That's what we're trying to do here at Gevo. 15 years ago, we couldn't have done it. The technology didn't exist.
We're going to stop the video there, because that is a big point right there, okay? So the same infrastructure that is already there, it can stay, and they can just replace the energy that is being used, which is absolutely incredible, and they're going to achieve net zero emissions. Well, that's their target. I just want to touch on the aeroplane side of things, because I think this is really, really exciting. We know about electric cars, we know about electric, scooters, boats, all that sort of stuff. However, we haven't really touched on electric planes, okay? Because This is something a lot of people are saying. When are we going to have electric planes? Because we know about the ridiculous amount of flights per year. They estimate about 3 billion gallons a year in jet fuel, which is absolutely crazy. And the industry are trying to freeze the emissions and achieve neutral growth. We already know about this, okay, but at the moment it's not improved because they're still using the same energy source. The aviation industry faces substantial challenges to reduce emissions and greenhouse gases and improve environmental sustainability and rapid growth, as we know. With Gevo, to reduce the environmental impact of aviation, biofuels for jets is a key aspect for future because it offers an immediate impact on carbon footprint. So their current setup, their renewable low carbon jet fuels can be used in today's aircraft. And I think that is why this company has a massive catalyst on its side. The current fuel is renewable energy source, okay? And it can be used in all aircraft right now. We do not have to change the infrastructure. We do not have to change anything. They just need to change the fuel and the energy source they are using. And why don't we currently have electric planes? Well, aircraft must store the energy that they need to move its mass for each flight. So they must store it on board, okay? And of course, using a heavy energy source means more mass and more energy is needed for the flight, which can lead to extra mass and so on and so on. And aircraft mass is crucial, which is why airlines weigh all of their luggage. Electric planes need batteries with enough energy per kilogram of battery, or the mass penalty means they simply can't fly long distances. That right there is why we do not have electric planes, okay? Short flights, smaller planes, yes, that is currently a thing that is being rolled out. However, long flights, bigger planes, your standard passenger carrier planes, it is just not possible at this moment in time. It is not feasible and it's not possible. We need other energy alternatives. It doesn't mean it will never be possible, but definitely in the short-term future and the next few years, etc., it's just not possible. And they need to reduce these emissions, these carbon emissions, and become neutral very soon. They need to get this done. What's an alternative that is already set up, already in place, already possible to do? Gevo. I think they're in an exciting position with this alone, not to even mention the farming and everything else they've got going on. This is just, the plane sector is really, really exciting. And I want to show you this slide here from their investor presentation because this is really cool. Using renewable carbon and energy to defossilize. There's potential with their current system for a 100% reduction in greenhouse gas emissions. That is absolutely crazy. Reducing this by 100%. And 100% of agriculture, feedstock, nutritional value is returned to the food chain. This is really a game changer energy source. And let's just look at some of their partners here because they're working with some big names: BP, FedEx, United Airlines, Virgin Australia, Etihad Airways. All these big companies are already starting to work. These are companies that have either got agreements or partners to some extent with Gevo. Now, there's a lot going on in this company. To cover it all in one video would be absolutely crazy. However, we're going to go through some key takeaways from their general aims, their general presentation. Transform renewable energy into energy-dense liquid. That is their goal, with a net zero greenhouse gas footprint across the life cycle. They have an IP valued at over 400 million at the moment. We're going to their market cap, etc. in just a moment. They have long-term and short-term place contracts in play with some strong global players. They're focusing on growing their large-scale production plants and off-sheet financing. They also have a good amount of money on their balance sheet. They currently have around about 80 million sitting on their balance sheet with no debt. The debt recently got paid off as well. So no debt, 80 million on the balance sheet, pretty good. And they have multiple routes to make money: licensing, operating, project management, ownership, etc. The options for this company are really good. The balance sheet is looking really good. Their prospects going forward is really good. Now, we have seen some big news from this company as of the past week or so, which is another reason this stock is gaining more and more attraction. And to investors, it is looking like an amazing opportunity and a great early price to get in. Their Net Zero 1 project. Gevo announces that its current project is planned to be constructed in South Dakota. Will be the first net zero project and will be named Net Zero 1. They expect Net Zero 1 to have the capability to produce liquid hydrocarbons that will be burned, that when burned will have a net zero greenhouse gas. So this is absolutely incredible. And by using carbon from the air as our raw material source and a combination of renewable energy obtained from photosynthesis, wind and biogas, it is possible to transform renewable energy into liquid hydrocarbon that is going to work with cars, planes, trucks, and the added benefit that these fuels will have a net zero carbon footprint across the whole life cycle. This is really big news, okay? This is a starting point for Gevo. They are just getting started. We're going to jump straight into their stock because I want to show you exactly how this has gone up in the last few weeks, months, etc. So we're going to take you back to around about November time. For the whole year, we've been trading at around about $1. This has been a penny stock for a long period of time. We'll talk about a lot of penny stocks on this channel, but it's not now, okay? And it only recently didn't hit it. And I think in a couple of months, this will be long gone before this was a penny stock. So we was about $1 in November time. And then we've shot up and we've kept going up. If we go back to the last month, we are currently sitting on $6.40 per share. So it's gone up 167% in the last month alone. This is now at $6.40. And you can see the graph here. Over the last couple of months, we are up in total almost 500%, which is absolutely crazy from about mid-November. 500%. And I really think this is just getting started. $6.40, no longer a penny stock. And however, this is such early days. They're doing really good things. They are reducing net carbon emissions to zero. That is going to be absolutely epic. And this is universal. This can go into planes, cars, trucks, boats, you name it. This can go into. I think this is doing something really, really good. I'm very excited to see their next financials come out, see how they're doing, because we know their balance sheet is looking good. And with the start and launch of this first Net Zero 1 project, things are looking really good. This is speculative because, of course, this isn't proven yet. However, they know that their system works. They just need to market this, get it out, and get people getting onto this idea. But I think everybody's trying to come up with alternative ways, basically be more energy efficient. So this company is positioned in a perfect place. They have their system in place. They just need to get it out there and market this now. So I really think this is an amazing opportunity as an investment. But I am not a financial advisor. So if you are planning on investing into stock market, you should always do your own research first. If I was to give you my price targets on this, I think this can hit $10 easily in the short term and higher. And at the end of the year, I will be easily looking for 100-200% return on my investment. That is for sure, if not higher. I've seen massive potential in this company. Like I said, I've been updating the Discord chat, which is completely free. First link in the description with my buys and sells. And Gevo has been a strong buy for me for the past week or so, and I've been adding on to my position. It's a company that even at these current prices, I would definitely be happy to add to. So yeah, this is the first video that I've covered Gevo on, okay? And we've barely touched the surface. There's a lot going on in this company, but I wanted to give you an overview of what it's doing and why I'm liking this company going forward. We're definitely going to touch on this again because this is a company that I will definitely keep adding to. So yeah, smash the like, subscribe to my channel. We're covering all sorts of different stocks. Let me know if you have any ideas of ones you want me to talk about in the description below. But yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time.